But right now, I'm going to invite some people up onto the stage to tell us a little bit about their experience. Chad, Angela, would you join me here? Let's give them a round of applause. Don't bring it up. Now, you guys have had an incredible experience with this product, but maybe you have a different sort. We heard some stories this morning where it really changed their lives. They had some serious health conditions that we're dealing with. Now, I know that it's done, you've seen that do, you've seen the product do that for a lot of people, Angela. And I know, Chad, you've seen the same thing. But recently, you guys have really been hitting the gym and been really concentrating on performance and what it can do for you. And then, Chad, I know that you are an expert on human performance and working out and really building the body. So maybe you could tell us, in your experience, as someone who really understands what supplements do in their body, what has MMF done for you?
The biggest thing that I've seen is the help with my immune system. I used to get sick when I, 2 or 3 times a year at least. Being in and out of the gym, you're always getting into germs, and there's germs floating around. Everybody's touching all the equipment, so I was always catching the cold 2 or 3 times a year. And since me and Angela have been together the last 8-9 months, I haven't been sick one time.
And so just so you guys know and understand what we're talking about, Chad here is a championship bodybuilder. This is an individual who spends a lot of time in the gym, and like he's saying, the gym, it's a cesspool almost, right? I mean, there's germs everywhere. And for you to be able to not be sick allows you to work that much harder, right?
Right. And as far as, my recovery time in the gym has been unbelievable. In 2009, like Noah was saying, I was number 4th in the world in natural bodybuilding in Australia. Won Mr. Utah twice, natural bodybuilding.
That's amazing. Let's give him a hand.
Now, today, I'm 30. I was 35 years old at that time, 34, 35 years old when I was competing, and I was winning all these competitions. I didn't lose until I got to Australia, where I took 4th in the world. Now, today, I would, and Angela can vouch for me, I would consider myself actually in better shape today than I was back then. I'm stronger. I recover faster. My recovery time has been cut in half. So when I go to the gym and I work out, I used to be sore for a day, 2 days. Nowadays, I'm sore for maybe 8 hours, and my recovery is, that's it. I'm ready to go again. So that's what it's done for me. Also, I don't take any multivitamins anymore. My deal now is just the MMF and protein, and that's it.
And see, that's amazing, right there. Angela, now you obviously have been experiencing MMF for a long time. You've introduced your family. You've seen incredible results. Now, as someone who maybe doesn't have the background of world championship, not that I'm saying anything, careful, careful.
That's like a champion, right?
She is a champion in her own right, but you're a little bit new to this thing. What have you noticed as you've been pushing your body to the limits? What has MMF done for you?
Everything. MMF is my life and has done everything for me in the last 3 years. It keeps me stress-free, well, not stress-free, but close to stress-free. Chad wasn't kidding about the sickness that you get in the gym. The first thing that he said to me when we started going to the gym, because I'd never really set foot in a gym until I met Chad, was you're going to get sick. You got wipe this off, clean this, dude. He was constantly worried about the fact that we were going to get sick, and I said to him, no, we have MMF. We're not going to get sick. And he's looking at me like, yeah, right. He had just started on the MMF, and over time, he started to realize, yeah, I'm not sick. I can't believe I'm not sick. But to talk about the stress that I put my body through, we go to the gym about 6 days a week, 2 hours a day, sometimes longer. And the first week, absolute misery for me. but I didn't have anything to compare it to. Other people that I've talked to since that go to the gym and are building muscle and working out spend a lot of time recovering. And for me, recovery was quick. I couldn't believe how fast I could go, create a lot of pain in my body, a lot of stress physically, and then turn around the next morning and be pretty good, at least by afternoon. And most people take a couple days.
See, and imagine that. We might not all be killing ourselves in the gym, pushing our bodies to the limits, but I think any of us has had a situation where recovering faster from some sort of strenuous activity, and maybe it's the mental stress and emotional stress that happens in our life. Maybe it is from some physical activity. Maybe it's from some sort of sickness or injury, but being able to recover faster is certainly, I think, something that all of us are interested in, and MMF can certainly help you do that. Chad, what do you think is the number one thing people need to understand about MMF, in your opinion, in your experience?
In my opinion with MMF is recovery, and number one would be my immune system. I mean, I haven't been sick like Angela talks about. I used to be, get sick all the time, and so that was one of my worries, is when am I going to catch the next cold from the gym? And so I would say those two things. Recovery probably being the most important out of the two, because I do not get sore. I mean, like I said before, I'm sore for maybe 4 to 8 hours the next day, and that's it. I mean, so when I say also that I feel like I'm in better shape at 40 years old than I was at 35, I'm not lying about that. I lift more, I lift heavier, I lift longer today than I ever did when I was 35. So everything is going up. I don't feel like I'm aging.
You haven't peaked yet, my friend.
I haven't peaked
Keep
yet.
going. That's awesome. That's awesome. Angela, same question for you. What do you think is the most important thing for people to understand about MMF?
After watching Chad and being a member of MMF of Engage from inception, I think that the thing that we need to realize, that we have a tendency as members to look for people that are not feeling good, for people that need MMF because they're sick. But what about all of us that are healthy? What about as we become healthy? I think that what people need to understand is that we have an opportunity to change our future and future illnesses, or whether I get Parkinson's or whether I get Alzheimer's. If I have the opportunity to take a supplement that can help prevent those things and keep my body healthy and keep my body in an optimal condition so that it can repair itself and heal itself and be healthy, I think that's the most important thing that we need to share about MMF.
Well, thank you guys very much for sharing your stories. We appreciate you. Chad, thank you. Angela?